Borada. Borada is good morning in Welsh. And I have something to say to you. Are you trying to prove yourself to God? Because I really feel it in my spirit through my own pruning season. I was putting myself in suffering, trying to prove myself to God, and it all comes down to unworthiness, feeling unworthy of God's love, feeling unworthy of success, feeling unworthy of all the love and abundance that God wants to shower us with, all the peace and the protection that He wants to shower us with for the kingdom, for His kingdom, for the glory, you know? And like, I got rid of my Audi that I originally paid like £4,750 for. Only had it for a few years. And God was guiding me to get a camper van, like God was guiding me to get a 4x4, all these other things, and I went for the Audi. That was a few years ago. I had so much guilt about this choice, was trying to sell it. It wasn't selling. God was like, girl, you need to keep the car for now. Because like, yes, you should have a camper van, but like, honestly, like, it'll come in handy. And here I am, so desperate to prove myself to God and prove to God that I'm not materialistic. God knows your heart. That's why He was telling me to keep the car. Like, He knows the past, present and future. He knows that it would have been better for me to keep it instead of get rid of it for like £500. Like, what can you do with that money? Nothing. I'm joking, like that's a lot of money, but you know, you're not gonna buy a good car with that money, so, or a camper van with that money. So this is something that I just reflected on now, like, wow, I was trying to suffer for God's love, and that's in my humanness, right? So do you find yourself doing things like that, putting yourself in difficult situations that God actually doesn't always want you in? You know, yes, He will guide you, and it will require holding His hand as you're stepping onto the waters, into the great unknown. You are so nervous, so scared, you don't know what's going to happen, but you trust in God, you trust in your Father. But it doesn't mean doing things to trip yourself up along the way, thinking that, you know, you need to be so holy and get rid of everything. Because actually, having good quality things that are expensive is not bad. It's the worship of them and the idealization of them. And God knows if you are worshipping them more than Him, you know? I hope this makes sense to you, and I will be sharing more about this